Grihe vasatu. Grihe vasatu. Grihe vasatu. No tithihi. No, then avagraha china, yes mark. No tithihi. Grihe vasatu no tithihi. When you speak, Grihe vasatu naha atithihi. Naha atithihi. Grihe vasatu no tithihi. Atithihi. Tithis is schedule. Atithihi, one who comes without schedule, suddenly, surprisingly. That's one meaning of it. One who comes upon our invitation is called an abhyagata. Abhyagata. Who comes in response to our invitation. Atithi is one who comes suddenly, unexpected.
One who comes upon invitation is what, Sarmaji?
Atithi abhyagata. Another definition is there for atithi. It is atithir vai shrotriyaha. Vai shrotriyaha. Atithihi vai shrotriyaha. Atithihi vai shrotriyaha. Shrotriyaha means one who is well versed with Shruti. One who is well versed with Shruti is a Shrotriya. Shruti is nothing but Vedas. One has studied Vedas is a Shrotriya. And if he comes unexpectedly without schedule, he is called as an Atithi. Grihe vasatu no atithi. Let such atithi reside in our abode, reside in our house, reside in our home. Our doors are open. Our doors are open to such atithis. Now, generally, who are these atithis? That is Atithir Vaishrotriya. Generally, these atithis are recognized as parivrajakas. Parivrajaka. A sannyasin. A sannyasin, a parivrajaka is generally understood as an atithi. Parivrajaka is one who roams, who doesn't stay in one place. If it comes to that, he may stay in a place for a day or two or three, that's all. And he's on the move. Except during rainy season. During rainy season, it's very difficult to move. Maybe during rainy season, he stays in one place for more time, for more number of days. But otherwise, he stays in a place hardly for a day, two or three, and he is on the move. He is called as a parivrajaka. And the purpose of his itinerary, moving, is spreading of knowledge. With that purpose, he leaves everything and roams and spreads knowledge. And he is knowledgeable because he has got the knowledge of the Vedas, Shrotriya. He is a Shrotriya, he has knowledge, and he moves on to spread it. The system is like this. That is, knowledge is available. Knowledge is available. But many people do not go to a place where knowledge is available. So what to do? They also have to be trained. They also have to be given knowledge. So some people are assigned the task of spreading knowledge and taking the knowledge to those people who don't come to get knowledge. We have got one proverb which says, if Muhammad doesn't go to mountain, the mountain goes to Muhammad. It is something like that. Knowledge is available. Those who are averse to going there to get knowledge, fine, no problem. Knowledge itself, the moving university itself goes to them. And every Parivrajaka is a mobile itinerant university. Goes there, gives the knowledge. And to go there, there is no schedule. Wherever he finds it's required, he goes there and gives it. That is his very purpose of life. And he is not into mundane affairs. And generally, this Parivrajaka will be at the fag end of his life. So has seen life, has learned so many things, has experimented, experienced so many things, has discharged all his duties, and now is all free. And he moves and spreads knowledge. This is an Atithi. We, in our house, keep our doors open for such Atithis, for such Parivrajakas, for such Shrotriyas. It is very, very beneficial to us. When they come to our house, okay, we invite and we treat them well. It may be food, it may be some facility to take rest. And their needs are very minimum. What is sufficient for that day, for that time, they take it and be happy with that. They are not people who accumulate anything. They live on a day-to-day basis. So the needs of them is taken care for that day. Yes, they are the happiest. They are all the qualities of an Atithi, of a Parivrajaka. That's what I'm telling. So it shall be our duty as householders, Grahastha Grihini, to wait for such Atithis and treat them well. It is our duty. Every Grahastha Grihini, a householder, is supposed to perform 5 Mahayajnas, Pancha Mahayajnas. This we had discussed earlier. So among these Pancha Mahayajnas, one is the Atithi Yajna. Yajna means to give. Yajna means to do our job in the excellent way. That's an yajna. Atithi yajna, that is to wait for an atithi, to serve them, to treat them well, and then arrange things for them for their future program, for their future journey. That shall be the duty of every householder. They have to do it. Now I said it is very beneficial. What is the benefit? Every Atithi is bound by some duties. One set duty is when that Atithi goes to a householder and gets treated well, then it shall be his duty to share his knowledge and experience. So every Atithi, at the end of the Atithi Satkara, before leaving, will ask every member of that household to come together, to sit in one place, and he shares his knowledge and experience. What is that knowledge and experience?
So the heart addressing.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಲಾಗ್ ಆನ್
Now you can say and listen to me.
Yes, Sharmaji.
Okay. There was some power failure and the connection was not okay. So that had got to be adjusted. Now it's okay. So when you speak of Atithi, yes, it is a mobile university coming to our house. So we treat them well, we give them what they need, and they need what is sufficient for that day. They don't carry anything. They don't want anything. They don't accumulate anything. And at the end, they ask all the members of the family to sit together and they share their knowledge and experience. To get to which, we should have worked a lot. All that, we are getting it in a very easy way. So this is the benefit for us. So we always look forward for a guest to our house. Not anybody who comes to our house is a guest. It has to be an Atithi. Atithi means Atithi Shrotriyaha, and generally it is referred to a Parivrajaka or Sannyasi, what you say. But unfortunately, in the present day, the Sannyasins, though they are called as Parivrajakas, they are really not moving away. They establish their own mutts, they establish their own, what do you say, an empire, and they are tied to it. They are tied to their institutions. But actually, Parivrajaka has to be free from all this and should be moving and moving to spread knowledge. Now, because it is not properly followed by sannyasins, because you don't have Parivrajakas in the real sense, yes, the society is in trouble. Knowledge and experience is not being spread. And this spreading by the Parivrajaka is free. He doesn't charge anything. Maximum what may he expect is a little shelter, a little food, and some arrangement to move further. That's all. It is so minimum. It is so minimum. But with minimum expenditure from our side, the benefit what we get is invaluable. That is how knowledge has to get spread. Teaching, educating is prescribed as something which has to be given free. Medicine to be given free. Food to be shared and given free. This is the Vedic culture. Food, medicine, and knowledge should never be sold. Should be given free. Only then that society will be converted into a welfare society. But what is happening today? These three have become the most profitable business. Unfortunately. Medicine is never given free. Medical attention is not given free. We have to spend lakhs and lakhs, millions and millions upon it. It's not free. Education. Yes, every education institution is a profitable business. It's not given free. Food, of course, every packet we have to pay for that. So even that food also is not free. And that is why the society is in this condition. It's not a welfare society. We are striving to get our knowledge, we are striving to get our food, we are striving to get our medical attention. All this has become costly. All this has become a commercial activity. But these three are not supposed to be commercial activities. We are supposed to give this and share this freely in the society. So all these things are to be understood by this Grihe vasatu no atithihi. So our doors are open for such Parivrajakas, the doors are open for such Atithi, and we take care of them and we get their knowledge and experience. It's a mutual understanding, unwritten contract between the two. This Atithi Satkara, even though other things are not there, Atithi Satkara still is there, is still prevalent. If anybody comes to our house, we are very glad, we take care of them, we treat them well. It's happening even today. But The actual benefit we should have got is missing. We invite, guests come, we treat them well, say goodbye. But that exchange of knowledge and experience is not taking place. That should have taken place. That is the main purpose of this Atithi Yajna. Okay, at least from now on, when we go to somebody's place, we have to spend some time to share our knowledge and experience. We should be right Atithis. And we should encourage only such Atithis to be treated well in our houses. Then only things will start changing. This I am not telling just casually, just because it is there in the Veda mantra. It's not to boast about myself, but in reality, I am trying, our family is trying to attend a place, to attend a function, to attend anybody's house. Yes, we share some knowledge and experience of ours. If no opportunity is there, we are not going to their house or we are not attending their function at all. This I have been doing for more than 2 decades. So whenever we attend a function, whenever we attend a congregation, whenever we visit somebody's place, yes, surely we will spend some time to share our knowledge and experience. We have to do it. It's our bounden duty. Only when knowledge is spread in society, the society will be a welfare society. Should share our knowledge. Knowledge is not to be kept. Knowledge is for distribution. This we can do. Anyone can do. But basically, we should get educated. We should be well informed. We should have studied all those things. And then only we will feel the importance of it and we will be in a position to share it with others freely. That's what should happen. Grihe vasatu no atithi. The starting point of all this is a family, a householder. Starts from there. Next. Sanatana Mena Mahurutadya. Just one word, you have to split it. Sanatana Mena Mahurutadya. Sanatana Mena Mahurutadya. Syat Punarnavaha. Punarnavaha. Sanatana Mena Mahurutadya Syat Punarnavaha. Now let me split it. Sanatanam Yenam Ahuhu Uta Adya. So many words are there in that. Sanatanam Yenam Ahuhu Uta Adya Syat Punaha Navaha. Punarnavaha. Punaha Navaha. Now we are familiar with one word which we frequently use, that is Sanatana, Sanatana, Sanatana Dharma. So we are familiar with that word Sanatana. But what that Sanatana really mean? One thing we say, okay, that which is age old. So that we call it as Sanatana. Sanatana is which has been passing on from generation to generation since time immemorial. So that is Sanatana. Fine, that is only a part definition. Now here, in this piece of the Veda mantra, this address I didn't say for this Grihe Vasatu no Atithihi, previous one. 10.6.4. 10.6.4. Atharva. Atharva 10.6.4. Grihe Vasatu no Atithi. This one, Sanatana Mena Mahurutadya Syat Punarnavaha. This is Atharva 10.8.23. 10.8.23. Sanatana mena mahurutadya syat punarnavaha. Yenam sanatanam ahuhu. This is called as sanatana. So they are defining what sanatana is. Adya syat, which is there from the beginning. That part we know. That part we know. Which is there from the beginning. Which is age old. Which has passed through several generations. Many generations. Okay, fine. Uta, and also, that's another thing. Uta, and also, Punarnavahasyat. It's also fresh. It's also latest. That is real Sanatana. The second part, we are generally lost sight of. Sanatana is age old. From the beginning it is there. Plus, it is as fresh as it is of the day. Punarnavaha. That is real Sanatana. See, this is very important to understand. Because when you speak of Sanatana, many people have got an objection. Oh, it's an age-old one. It's not relevant to present day. The basic thing is about Vedas only. They say, okay, it was a Vedic society, it was Vedic time, then it was fine. But today it doesn't apply. Today it's a modern day, ultra-modern day. It is Sanatana. Okay, fine. It was there. It's age-old, but it is not relevant to the present day. It doesn't fit to the present day condition. It's a common objection when you speak of Sanatana Dharma or Sanatana Chintana. But it says, if it is not relevant to the present day, whatever the day be, modern or ultra-modern, it doesn't matter. If it's not relevant to the present day, it cannot be called as Sanatana. That's what this mantra says. It is not considered Sanatana. Sanatana is one which holds good at all times. Old or new, it doesn't matter. Time is not affecting this Sanatana. That's a very important factor. Sanatana is something which is there from the beginning, Adya. Adi, Adya. Adya Syat. From the beginning it is there. And also Uta Punarnavaha. It is as fresh as it is from this moment, as fresh as that. That means it's always evergreen. It's always evergreen. That is Sanatana. So when I say it is Sanatana, there cannot be an objection saying that it is not relevant for the day. No. It has to be relevant, only then it's called Sanatana. Mere old is not Sanatana. Old and new, old and fresh, both qualities should be there in it, then it is called Sanatana. And such things be there? Yes. It is very much available in the Vedas. We have been seeing so many mantras, so many pieces of the Veda mantras, and you verify and check any of them. Does it not hold good today? Is it not fresh for the day? And it is coming from generations to generation since the beginning. Anything, anyone you can verify. Any piece of the Veda mantra. No piece of Veda mantra, no mantra is obsolete. Doesn't have any expiry date. It is there always. It is relevant for every day. Any example you can take. So what we were discussing in the previous class. Kill your enemies. Now, enemy is not a person. Enemy is that bad quality in a person. That is the real enemy. Is it not relevant always? We don't have a bad person. We have a person with bad quality. Because he supports bad quality, he is called as a bad man. If those bad qualities are removed from that person, if those bad qualities are transformed into good things in that person, he is no more a bad person. He is a noble person. Person by himself is not the problem. It is the samskara, it is the impressions that he carries is a problem. So samskaras have to be transformed. Samskaras have to be changed, purified. Then the person is a good person. We have no enmity against any person. We have got enmity against bad qualities and samskaras. It is being taught since time immemorial, and it is as fresh, as applicable today and relevant. It's the same thing even now. So such bad qualities have to be removed. Shatrun Jahi, fine. It holds good even now. Even tomorrow it holds good. Even after 10,000 years from today, yes, it holds good. It is as fresh, it is as new and as relevant as anything else. At the same time, it is age-old, time-tested. This concept, this idea, this knowledge is not affected by time. It's beyond time. It's beyond the framework of time. It holds good always. Sarva Kalika, this I've been telling again and again. Vedas and the Vedic thoughts are always relevant. Sarva Kalika. There is no point where it becomes obsolete, where it becomes not fitting. No. It fits always. Now that is called as Sanatana. When you have to define Sanatana Dharma, we should take care of both things. One is it is old, at the same time it is new, relevant at any point of time, at any place with reference to any person. Sarva Kalika, Sarva Deshika, Sarva Janika. It's the same for all, the same at all places, the same at all times. Now you don't find this quality in any other thing. Either it is new and fresh or it is old. But Sanatana Dharma is both old and new. It's a very, very peculiar and special thing what we have got in Sanatana Dharma. Is it old? Yes, it is old. It's time tested. Is it new and fresh? Yes, perfectly new and fresh and holds good today, now. That is Sanatana Dharma. Such a definition we don't get anywhere else except in the Veda. And we find that this explanation of Sanatana Dharma is very, very logical and scientific. Very clear, very clear. If you define Sanatana Dharma in any other way, it is not complete. A definition of Sanatana in this way is complete. So only that is called as Sanatana, which is from the beginning and at the same time is fresh. Punarnavaha. Nava means fresh, new. It never loses its luster because of time. It is as fresh as it was. It is as lustrous as it was. It is as shining as it was. It is bright as it was. No change. Not affected by time. That is Sanatana Dharma. So when we are trying to understand what is the Sanatana Dharma, of course another name for Sanatana Dharma is Satya. Truth. Truth has got the same quality. Non-violence has the same quality. Asteya, not stealing, has got the same quality. Brahmacharya, the same quality. Aparigraha, what is it I am telling? It's Yama Niyama, what is enlisted in the Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. So all these, they are all Sanatana. At the same time, they are relevant to every day, fresh. So we'll be in search of such things which is really Sanatana. So when those Sanatana Dharma becomes our guiding principle, yes, life will be excellent, beautiful. Because it is relevant to every person at all places, at all times. So you have to understand the Sanatana Dharma in a very, very clear way, and the definition is complete, as we can see in this piece of the Veda mantra. Sanatana meena mahuhu uta adya syat punar navaha. Then other things we have discussed, just I am quoting. Tvam stri tvam pumanasi, Atharva 10:8:27. Atharva 10:8:27. Tvam stri tvam pumanasi. It's referred to the Satchit. Satchit by itself, the soul, the Atman by itself is neither male nor female. Or it is both. It depends upon the tool what it has got. The Sharira Indriya Manas. If the Sharira Indriya Manas is that of a male, then it's referred to as a male. If the Sharira Indriya Manas is a female structure, yes, it is referred to as a female structure. It's referred to as a female. So the soul by itself has no gender, it is beyond gender. Satchit is beyond gender, and of course Satchid Ananda is also beyond gender. The question of gender comes only depending upon the structure of the physical body over. So when you're speaking of something for the development of the Satchit, when you're speaking of Satchidananda, the question of gender should never come there. It's a very important thing. Because even now, many traditional people, they say Vedas are not to be studied by women. What is it they are looking at? Are they looking at the soul, or are they looking at the physical body? The Vedas are there for the upliftment of the soul, for strengthening the soul, for purifying the soul. They have transcended the level of the physical body and the physical structure. That is real Adhyatma. That's real Vedic study. When that is the case, if you pull it down to the level of the physical body and the body structure, it is unscientific and irrelevant and foolish. Every soul has got a right to purify itself, to strengthen itself. Every soul. When I speak of soul, there is no question of gender. A soul is neither male nor female. It can be both, depending upon the Sharira. So at the Adi Bhautika level, yes, male, female, etc. are there. But to speak of spiritual level, Adhyatmika level, all these things we have transcended. So at that level, we are not supposed to speak of gender. We are not supposed to discriminate on the basis of gender. The proof is this. Tvam stri tvam pumanasi, Atharva 10:8:27. Then, Devasya Pashya Kavyam. This also we discussed, I'm just quoting it. Devasya Pashya Kavyam Namamara Najiriyati. Atharva 10:8:32. Devasya Pashya Kavyam Namamara Najiriyati. Whatever is the creation of God, it never ages, it never dies. It is fresh. So now you know the word for that. It is old and as well as fresh. It is Sanatana. Devasya Pashya Kavyam, all that Kavya, the creation of God, is all Sanatana. Namamara Najiriyati. Namamara Najiriyati also is to be taken relatively. Because one day the whole creation goes to Pralaya. The doomsday is there. Then the whole system, what is established, collapses. Pralaya is that. The whole system collapses. So Namamara Najiriyati, relatively, we have to take it, and it will be there for a long, long, long time. Compared to our lifespan, it is in crores of years. Our lifespan is hardly 100 years, 150. That's our lifespan. But the lifespan of this creation is crores and crores of years. So relatively it is namamara najireti. It doesn't become old and it doesn't collapse. But in reality it does. Another way of looking at it. Okay, pralaya is there. What next after pralaya? Again Srishti. It's just a changing phase. Pralaya is a changing phase and again it will be created. Surya Chandram Asaudhata Yatha Purvamakalpayat is another piece of the Veda mantra. Surya, Chandra and the whole system is created again as it was created in the previous creation. So it's still there, still there. Only thing is for a short period, the whole system collapses and the system is re-established. So has it collapsed? No, it's still there. It's again established. Has it died? No, it's there. So in the bigger sense too, Namamarana Jirati will hold good. In a short time span, relatively, it's again Namamarana Jirati. In one place we take it relatively, in one place we take it absolutely. This whole creation is there again and again and again. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. This is a big cycle which is happening without a beginning, without an end. Anadi, Ananta. This is a process which is going on. So, Devasya Pashya Kavyam. Look at it. Look at its eternity. That eternity is explained as Namamara Najirati. Namamara Najirati is eternity. It's eternal. Look at it. It's so wonderful. Things change. Nothing gets distracted, we know it. Nothing gets distracted. Sat, basically made of 5 elements. They change according to their proportions. They get themselves transformed, but Panchabhutas remain as they are. Matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. Is a wonderful scientific realization, revelation we have. It never ceases to exist. It just exists. We don't know. Up to what time? We don't know. Anadi Ananta. Satchit and Satchidananda, they are not at all created. They are also there. Anadi Ananta. Satchit is Anadi Ananta. Satchidananda is also Anadi Ananta. So when you say Devasya Pashya Kavyam, it refers to the system of physical world. Because Satchidananda has not created Satchit, Satchit has not created Satchidananda. It is out of this physical material of Panchabhutas, this whole world is created. And this is relatively too long, relatively exists for crores of years. And even after Pralaya, it again comes into existence and is never lost. And their creation is similar to what was created earlier. The next creation too will be similar to the creation what it is there today. But the same Panchabhutas, the proportion, the systems, the cycles, the laws and the rules, regulations governing the whole system, it's the same. So Namamara Najirti. It doesn't die, it doesn't become old. It is fresh. So for something which is old as well as fresh, now I got a beautiful word, that's Sanatana. Next. Tameva Vidwan na vibhaya mrutyoho. Tameva Vidwan na vibhaya mrutyoho. Tameva Vidwan na vibhaya mrutyoho. Tam eva, Vidwan. Vidwan, Vidignane, one who is knowledgeable, one who is a scholar, one who has realized the truth, is a Vidwan. Vibhaya, nibhi bhaye. Chacha jajanya, nibhi bhaye. To be afraid of. Na vibhaya, not afraid of. Mrutyoho, maran pranatyage. The whole thing is very clear. He is a real scholar. He is a real vidwan who is not afraid of death. Tameva vidwan. He is. Or she is. Okay, vidwan and the feminine gender of it, vidushi. She is a vidushi. He is a vidwan. One who is not afraid of death. Na vibhaya mrutyo. Why they are not afraid of death? Very simple. They know what it is. We don't know what death is. It is a mystery for us. Death is a mystery for us. We are not very clear as to what it is. When we are not clear about what it is, when we are dark about that, yes, we are in a state of fear. We don't know what happens, how it happens. No, we don't know. But the whole process of birth and death, janma after janma, all this is clear for a vidwan or a vidushi, and they never worry about it. It's part of that cycle of birth and death. We take birth again and again. Lead a better life when you are a human being. You are ensured of a human life next. Strive again. Purify your soul. Strengthen your soul. And one day you are out of this birth and death cycle, and that is moksha, salvation, bliss, whatever you call it. Mukti. There's a process. Now, what happens at the time of death? Okay, the relationships, what you have tied up, all those get severed. But what about the journey of the soul? It continues. What all it is acquired, it will be carried on in the form of samskara. Nothing is lost, good or bad. And this separation of the attachments, what we have developed in this life, it has to end one day or the other. It has to. Whether I want it or not, whether I like it or not, whether I know it or not, it will end one day. So accept the facts, accept the reality, and be happy. The whole purpose of this life is not to die, but to live usefully until we die. So there is a lot of difference between the two. Dying is imminent. You are going to die. Even if I am afraid of it, still I die. If I am brave too, I die. So dying is not the point at all here. The point here is, till death, how you live. That's the point here. The focus is on the quality of life and not the point of death. So when we concentrate on the quality of life, yes, we will be able to improve the quality of life. Do such things when we are living which strengthens our soul and which purifies our soul. And death, we take it happily. We are not afraid of it. Death will not spare us if I am afraid. Death will not spare me if I run away. No. Whatever you do, wherever you are, however you are, when it comes, we have to succumb to it. It is so powerful. Then why fear? It's of no use. The whole focus is on to lead a better life, number one, and to defer death. Defer death. Defer death means you lead such a life so that death comes to you as late as possible, not in a hurry. Let us be not in a hurry to die. We shall lead such a life where we are going to defer death, we are going to cheat death. But one day we are going to fail, that's a different issue. But we shall cheat death and we shall defer it as far as possible. When you are living, lead a better life, lead a good life. Now, this is what Vedas say elsewhere. It says, Ma pura jaraso mrutaha. This we have discussed. Ma pura jaraso mrutaha. Unless it is the right time, don't be in a hurry to die. Play as long as possible. As long as possible. Play well. And one day you are going to lose. Fine. I'm not bothered about it. That's not at all my point of concern. My whole point of concern is how I lead life and defer death, cheat death. I'm given an instrument, Sharir Indriya Manas. It's made up of Sat, it's made up of materials. Now this is going to wear out. That's its nature. The nature of Sat is to wear out on use. So you're using and it is wearing out. And one day it stops its functioning. It wears out to such an extent that I cannot use it further. And that's the right time to discard it. Throw it out and get a new Sharira Indriya Manas, a new tool. Till such time, use it and use it and use it. If you use it properly, yes, death can be postponed. Death can be deferred. We can cheat death and do things for a longer time. So a Vidwan or a Vidushi, a knowledgeable person who knows all these facts, accepts it and says, okay, fine. That's the rule of the game. I take it. What is the rule of the game? The rule of the game is not focused on winning or losing. The rule of the game is to play the game for a longer time in the best way possible. That's all. A knowledgeable person, a Vidwan or a Vidushi knows this very clearly. I'm to play. I have come here to play. And I play well. I play for a longer time. Finally, I'm going to lose. Fine. That's the reality. That's a fact. To lose one day is the fact. To lose one day is the inevitable thing. I take it. But I do my best till I reach that end. I play well. And winning or losing is not the focus at all, is not at all important. Now that is the real sportive spirit, we call it, sportive spirit. Sportive spirit is that spirit where I am not worried about losing or gaining, but I'm interested in playing and playing well. Giving a very good show is the purpose. Winning or losing, I'm not at all bothered. Winning is as good as losing, losing is as good as winning. Here in this game of life, we are definitely going to lose. I'm not at all worried. My whole focus is on playing well for a long time and cheating death. And making the tool what is available to me and to put it to the best use. Best use. And one who knows all these things is a real Vidwan or a Vidushi. It's not literacy that's called Vidwan or Vidushi. It's not a lot of information the person has got. It says the person is a Vidwan or a Vidushi. It is a boldness to face death. It is their knowledge of, the right knowledge of death that makes the Vidwan or Vidushi. That's what this Veda mantra says. And the address of this Veda mantra is Tameva Vidwan Na Vibhaya Mrityoho is Atharva 10:8:44. 10:8:44. So one of the parameters to decide whether a person is Vidwan or Vidushi is how they have understood death. If they are bold enough, if they are not afraid of death, yes, that person is a Vidwan or a Vidushi. Irrespective of whether they are literate or illiterate, whether they belong to this country or that country, whatever is their age, whatever is gender, nothing is a parameter. The deciding factor is whether they are afraid of death or not. If they are not afraid of death, if they have accepted death as something inevitable and they concentrate on the quality of life till they die, yes, that person is a scholar. That person is a wise person. Vidwan or Vidushi. Okay, thank you for the day. We shall continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we can have. Day after tomorrow it will not be there. Tomorrow we can have.
Awesome. Okay, Sharma. Thank you, Sharma.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Namaste. Anand ji.
Ah.